Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. This second video lecture is the continuation of my previous video lecture. In the first video lecture of week 8 for the course Applied Mathematics 2, we have discussed some problems for parametrics regarding non-exact differential equations by using rule first and rule second. Dear students, you know that we have find some integral factor by using rule to convert the non-exact differential equation into exact differential equation. So in the first video lecture of 8 week, we have discussed rule first and rule second by which we can convert the non-exact differential equation into exact differential equation. Now today we are going to discuss some problems for parametrics and discuss rule third and fourth for converting the non-exact differential equation into exact differential equation. So you know already that this lecture is the continuation of my previous video lecture. We have already discussed all these slides, so I want to discuss rule third and rule number 4 for the integral factor to convert the non-exact differential equation into exact differential equation. Now rule number third and fourth in this lecture is rule number third. So rule number third, when the non-exact differential equation m is a function of xy dx plus n is a function of xy dy is equal to 0 is homogeneous and mx plus ny does not equal to 0, then the integral factor is 1 over mx plus ny. So dear students, when we have some non-exact differential equation for solution, then first of all we find the integral factor by which we can convert the non-exact differential equation into exact differential equation. So for this purpose we have some rule 1, rule 2, rule number 3rd and rule number 4th. So rule number first and the second have already discussed in the previous video lecture, and this video lecture we are going to discuss rule 3rd and 4th for converting the non-exact differential equation into exact differential equation. These four rules we find an integral factor, and then we multiply the integral factor to the non-exact differential equation to convert the non-exact differential equation into exact differential equation, and then we can solve the exact differential equation easily by taking the integration of this m function with respect to x and the integration of this n function, but those term of n which not containing x with respect to y is equal to c. Now let's move on an example. X square y minus 2xy square into dx minus x cube minus 3x square y into dy is equal to 0. So first of all, the coefficient of dx represented by m and the coefficient of dy represented by n function. So first of all, check whether this equation is exact or non-exact. So the partial derivative, if the partial derivative of m with respect to y and the partial derivative of n with respect to x are equal, then the differential equation will be exact, otherwise the differential equation will be non-exact. So partial m by partial y is equal to, using the power rule, the derivative of y is 1, so we obtain x square minus 2x into partial derivative of y square. So the partial derivative of y square is 2y and 2x is minus 2 minus 4xy, and now the partial derivative of n function with respect to x is equal to minus 3x square. You see over here the partial derivative of x cube with respect to x is minus 3x square, and the partial derivative of 3x square y is 2 3 the 6 using power rule. So dear students, note that this is the partial derivative of m with respect to y, and this is the partial derivative of n function with respect to x. These two are not equal, so the given differential equation is not exact. Now applying rule third for the existence of differential equations, since the equation is homogeneous and mx plus ny, how we can check the equation is homogeneous? Dear students, you see over here that this is m function and this is n function. The m function, if the m function is and n function are homogeneous, then the differential equation will be homogeneous. How we can identify that the m and n function will be homogeneous? If the degree of m function in each term is equal, then the m function and n function will be homogeneous. For example, you see over here the degree in this term 2 plus 1, 8 the power of the variable. The degree is 3 in this term. The degree is 3 is also 3 in this term. So the m function is homogeneous. Now check the n function. If the degree of each term in n function are equal, then the n function also will be homogeneous. So in this term degree is 3, and this term 2 plus 1 degree is also 3. So m function and n function are homogeneous. So if the m and n function are homogeneous, then the given differential equation will be homogeneous. Now to find the integral factor by using rule number third, first of all we have checked that the equation is homogeneous. Now we can find the integral factor by using this rule. Integral factor will be equal to 1 over mx plus ny. If mx plus ny does not equal to 0, and you see over here that mx plus ny does not equal to 0, this is m function multiplied x. Now this is n function multiplied y. So after simplification, x cube y minus 2x square y square minus x cube y and plus 3x square y square, these two terms cancel, and minus 2xy minus 2x square y square plus 3x square y square is equal to x square y square. This is not equal to 0. Now the integral factor is equal to 1 over mx plus ny. This is mx plus ny. So the integral factor is 1 over x square plus 1 over x square y square. Now multiplying this integral factor to the given differential equation, we obtain x square y divided by x square y square minus 2xy square divided by x square y square dx minus x cube divided by x square y square minus 3x square y divided by x square y square. You see over here that this is the given differential equation. This is actually m function and this is actually n function. Now multiplying this m function with this by 1 over x square y square, and also this n function multiplied by 1 over x square y square, we obtain this differential equation. Now after simplification, we obtain 1 over y minus 2 by x into dx minus x by y square minus 3 by y into dy is equal to 0. Now this is the new differential equation, and this new differential equation, now this is new m function and this is new n function. Now again check whether this differential equation is exact or non-exact. First of all, check the partial derivative of m with respect to y and the partial derivative of n with respect to x. If the partial derivative of m with respect to y and the partial derivative of n function with respect to x are equal, then this differential equation will be homogeneous. So this is m function and this is n function. Now partial derivative of m with respect to y. So the partial derivative of 1 over y minus 2 by x with respect to y is equal to, this is the partial derivative of y power minus 1 with respect to y, and the partial derivative of this term with respect to y will be 0, and here we use the power rule, minus 1 power minus 2, so minus 1 over y square. Now the partial derivative of n function with respect to x, this is actually n function. With respect to x, the derivative of x with respect to x will be 1, and the derivative of this term with respect to x will be 0, so we obtain minus 1 over y square. In this case, you see over here that the partial derivative of m with respect to y is equal to partial derivative of n with respect to x, so this differential equation is a homogeneous. This differential equation is a exact differential equation. Now easily we can solve this differential equation by taking integration of this m function and integration of n function, but that term of n which not containing x, actually this one term not containing x, so in the n function we only integrate this one term. So the integration of m function 1 over y minus 1 over 2 by x with respect to x, and the integration of n term, those term of n which free from x, 3 by y free from x with respect to y is equal to c. So 1 over y treated as a constant, so the integration of 1 is x, and the integration of 1 by x is log x, and the integration of 1 over y is a natural log of y. Now this is the required solution of the given differential equation. Now rule first, if the non-exact differential equation m dx plus n dy is equal to 0 is of the form y into f function dx plus g and x into g function of xy dy is equal to 0, and mx minus ny does not equal to 0, then the integral factor will be equal to 1 over mx minus ny is an integral factor. Dear students, note that the coefficient of dx will be the multiple of y. The coefficient of dx represent m function will be the multiple of y, and n function also will be the multiple of x. Then this called rule number 4, and mx minus ny does not equal to 0. Then we can find the integral factor by 1 over mx minus ny. Suppose we have a problem y into xy plus 2x square y square into dx plus x into xy minus x square y square into dy is equal to 0. So dear students, this is the m function and this is n function. Now the above differential equation is not exact because this differential equation is of the form y f of xy dx plus x g of xy dy. Now we can use rule number first to find the integral factor, but if mx minus ny does not equal to 0, and you see over here in this problem that mx minus ny is equal to 3x cube y cube, this is not equal to 0. Find mx minus ny. Mx, this is m function multiplied x, this is n function multiplied y, and after multiplication and subtraction we obtain mx minus ny is equal to 3x cube y cube. These two terms cancel, and 2x cube y cube plus x cube y cube is equal to 3x cube y cube. So this is the integral factor. 1 over mx minus ny is equal to 1 over 3x cube y cube. Now multiplying this integral factor by given differential equation, we obtain xy square divided by 3x cube y cube plus 2x square y cube divided by 3x cube y cube dx plus x square y divided by 3x cube y cube minus x cube y square divided by 3x cube y cube dy is equal to 0. Now after simplification we obtain this is the new m function and this is new n function. Now again check whether this differential equation is exact or non-exact. First of all, find the partial derivative of m with respect to y. With respect to y, this term 1 over 3x square treated as a constant, so only the derivative of y 1 over y with respect to y, and the derivative of this term with respect to y will be 0. So by using power rule, minus 1 y power minus 2, so minus 1 over 3x square y square, this is the partial derivative of m function with respect to y. Now the partial derivative of n function with respect to x, 1 over 3y square treated as a constant, and by using the power rule, minus 1 will be the coefficient and x power minus 2. The derivative of this term with respect to x will be 0. So the partial derivative of n with respect to x is equal to minus 1 over 3x square y square. And dear students, you see over here that the partial derivative of m with respect to y and the partial derivative of n function with respect to x are equal. So now this differential equation is an exact differential equation. Now we can solve easily this differential equation by taking integration of m function and integration of n function, but those term of n which not containing x, there is only one term in n function which not containing x, and the term is minus 1 over 3y. So 1 over 3y treated as a constant, we can take the integration of x power minus 2 with respect to x, 2 by 3 constant, and the integration of 1 over x with respect to x. So similarly in this term minus 1 over 3 treated as a constant term, and the integration of 1 over y with respect to y is equal to c. So the integration of this term is equal to x power minus 2 plus 1 divided by minus 2 plus 1. The integration of 1 over x is log x. The integration of 1 over y is log y. And after simplification, we obtain 1 over 3y multiplied x power minus 1 divided by minus 1, 2 by 3 natural log of x minus 1 over 3 natural log of y is equal to c. When we can write minus 1 over 3xy plus 2 by 3 log x minus 1 over 3 log y is equal to c. This is the solution of the given differential equation. Now again some problem for practice using rule 1 to 4 to find the integral factor and then solve this differential equation. E power x minus sin y into dx plus cos y dy is equal to 0. Dear students, in this problem this represent the m function and the coefficient of dy represent the n function. So first of all, check whether this differential equation is exact or non-exact. To find partial derivative of m with respect to y, so this term derivative with respect to y will be 0, and the derivative of sin y with respect to y will be cos y. So partial m by partial y is equal to minus cos y, and the partial derivative of n function with respect to x, this is n function, with respect to x, the derivative of cos y with respect to x will be 0. So dear students, partial m by partial y does not equal to partial n by partial x. So the given differential equation is not exact. Partial m by partial y does not equal to partial n by partial x. So the given differential equation is not exact. Now to find the integral factor by using rule. So how we can identify that which one rule will be used for the integral factor? This is very important question. Which one rule will be used to find an integral factor? Dear students, if the equation is homogeneous, if the function m function n are homogeneous, then we can find easily the integral factor by using rule number 3, like 1 over mx plus ny. You see over here in the previous problem, if the equation is homogeneous, then we can find the integral factor by using this formula: 1 over mx plus ny, 1 over mx plus ny, 1 over mx plus ny. You see over here in this problem, if the equation is homogeneous, then we can find the integral factor by 1 over mx plus ny. And if the given differential equation is in the form of y multiple of f function with respect to x, like you see over here in the rule number 4, you see over here, this is rule number 4. If the differential equation is in the form y into m function dx plus x into n function with dy, I mean y is the multiple of f function, y will be multiplied with m function, or y will be multiplied with f function, dx plus x will be multiplied another function g, you can say this is an n function, x multiplied with n function into dy is equal to 0. But in this problem you see over here that this problem is not homogeneous and not in the form of y multiplied f function and x multiplied g function, so we cannot use rule 3rd and rule 4. So we can use rule number 1st and rule number 2nd. So first of all, find 1 over n into partial m by partial y minus partial n by partial x. If from this expression we obtain a function along x, then this will be the rule number 1st. And if we obtain 1 over m partial n by partial x minus partial m by partial y, then this will be rule number 2nd, and the result will be a function along y. So applying this rule, 1 over n, check whether an integral factor can be found by rule number 1st or rule number 2nd for this given differential equation. First of all, check this expression: 1 over n into partial m by partial y minus 1 over partial n by partial x. this is actually n function. N function 1 over n, and partial m by partial y is equal to cos y. So partial m by partial y is a minus cos y, and partial m by partial x is 0, y cos y cancel, we obtain minus 1, and we can say that this is a function of x ln, but this is a function of y ln also. So we can use rule first and rule second. So the integral factor will be now e power integration of the function which is ln x with respect to x. So e power integration of minus 1 with respect to x, e power minus x. Now this is the integral factor. So dear students, in this problem you see over here, we cannot use rule number third and rule number 4. We use rule number first or rule number second. But sometime in some problem we can use rule first and rule second both. Like in this question, and this result can say a function of x ln, and this result also will be a function of y ln. So in this problem we can use rule first and rule second both. So I want to use the rule number first by finding the integral factor e power integration of the function ln x with respect to x. So this is the integral factor e power minus x. Now multiplying this integral factor to the given differential equation, we obtain e power minus x into e power x minus sin y into dx plus e power minus x cos y dy is equal to 0. Now this is new m function, 1 minus e power minus x sin y, and this is new n function, n is equal to e power minus x cos y. Now partial m by partial y, the derivative of this one with respect to y will be 0, and e power minus x treated as a constant term, and the derivative of sin y is a cos y. So the partial derivative of m with respect to y is equal to minus e power minus x cos y, and the partial derivative of n function with respect to x, this is n function, e power minus x cos y treated as a constant, and the partial derivative of exponential e power minus x is equal to minus e power minus x. So dear student, you see over here these two partial derivative are equal. So this differential equation is an exact differential equation, and now we can solve this differential equation easily by taking the integration of this m function and the integration of n function, but those term of n which not containing x, and this n function there is only one term and contain x, so we cannot apply integration on the n function. We can only integrate the m function with respect to x for the solution. So you see over here, this is the m function with respect to x. Integration of 1 with respect to x and integration of e power minus 6 cos x sin y treated as a constant term. The integration of 1 is equal to x, and the integration of e power minus x is equal to e power minus x divided by minus 1 sin y treated as a constant term is equal to c, and we can write x plus e power minus 6 sin y is equal to c. This is the solution of the given differential equation. Now dear students, this is the last problem for practice. Dx plus x by y minus sin y into dy is equal to 0. Dear students, in this problem you see over here that the coefficient of dx is 1, so m function is equal to 1 and n function is equal to x by y minus sin y. Now to take the differential equation, whether the differential equation is exact or non-exact, the partial derivative of m with respect to y 1, derivative of 1 with respect to y will be 0, and the partial derivative of n function, this is actually n function, 1 over y treated as a constant, and the x derivative with respect to x is 1. This term is treated as a constant, so the partial derivative of this sin y with respect to x will be 0. So dear students, partial m by partial y does not equal to partial n by partial x, so the given differential equation is not exact. Now which one rule will be used for finding the integral factor? Dear students, you see over here that this differential equation is non-homogeneous. This is not a homogeneous function, and this is not a function in which y multiplied with m function and x multiplied with g function. So we cannot use rule number 4. We can use rule number first, or may use rule number second. We can use rule number first, or we can use rule number second. But first of all, check this expression 1 over m into 1 over n partial n by partial x minus partial n by partial y. If this expression gave us a function along y, then we can use rule number second. But if this expression does not give a function along y, then we can use the expression 1 over n partial n by partial y minus partial n by partial x. Then that expression gave a function of x along, then we can use rule number first. But in this problem, this expression gave a function of y along, like you see over here, 1 over m into partial n by partial x minus partial n by partial y. So m is equal to 1, so this is divided by 1, and partial n by partial x 1 by y, and partial n by partial y is equal to 0. So we obtain 1 over y. This is a function of y along, so we can find integral factor by integration e power integration of y function, a function of y along, e power integration of function which is a function of y along with respect to y. So e power integration of 1 over y is log y, so we obtain the integral factor is y. Now multiplying this integral factor to the given differential equation, we obtain y into dx plus x minus y sin y dy is equal to 0. Now this is a new m function and this is a new n function. So the partial, again check whether this differential equation is exact or non-exact. So find the partial derivative of m with respect to y and the partial derivative of n with respect to x. If these two are equal, then this differential equation will be exact, and then we can solve this differential equation by taking easily integration of m function with respect to x and integration of n, but those term of n which not containing x. Now partial m by partial y is equal to 1 and partial n by partial x, this term derivative is 1 and this term derivative is 0, because y sin y derivative with respect to x is 0. So dear students, partial m by partial y is equal to partial n by partial x. So this differential equation is an exact differential equation, and now we can solve this differential equation by taking integration of m function with respect to x and integration of n function, but those term of n which not containing x. There is only one term in this n function which not containing x. So minus y sin y integration with respect to y is equal to c. So y treated as a constant, and the integration of 1 is x, and the integration of sin y will be minus cos y. Since dear students, there are two functions multiplied, y multiplied sin y, so for the integration we use integration by parts. So first integration of second minus whole integration derivative of first integration of second. But why this term is plus? Because we have a minus symbol in the coefficient. So first integration of second minus plus whole integration derivative of first integration of second. The integration of second is minus cos y. Now in the next step, you see over here the integration of 1 is x minus y, and the integration of this sin y is equal to minus cos y, minus and minus plus, the derivative of y with respect to y is 1, and the integration of cos is sin y. So we obtain the solution xy plus y cos y minus sin y is equal to c. Minus sin y is the integration of cos y. So dear students, in this lecture you notice that we have 4 rules for finding an integral factor, and by that integral factor we can convert a non-exact differential equation into exact differential equation. And these problems for practice, for revision. Now this is the end of this segment. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.